Good morning and welcome to today's webinar, which goes by the name Real-Time Daily Trading Ideas. This is our internationally oriented webinar addressed to traders all over the world. We will be speaking about trading ideas, strategies, market screenings, and we'll be answering your questions. At this point, I would like to introduce myself to the audience. Some of you may already be familiar with my voice, some of you may not. Anyway, my name is Alex Raftopoulos and I'm very happy to be moderating this webinar. Before we can start with the actual webinar, we will briefly present the risk disclaimer. Trading with financial instruments offered by Admiral Markets carries a high level of risk, which is not suitable for all investors due to its complex nature. Please make yourself familiar with these instruments by using a demo account if you are a starter. Please feel free to contact us if you need any assistance with that. Please also note that none of this is investment advice. The statements made in this webinar only represent the personal opinion of our traders. You can also find the whole risk disclaimer on our website. Here you can see the schedule for the week. Today it's Giancarlo's turn. And before I finish off with the introduction, I would like to invite everyone interested in trading to try us out and benefit from the best index and forex offerings with spreads of just 0.8 pips. Please feel free to have a look around our website and explore our international activities, and do not hesitate to contact us should you have any questions. Well, enough of me for the moment. Now it's Giancarlo's turn. Good morning, Giancarlo. What's your outlook of the markets for the moment?
Today is an important day, not just for macroeconomic data or some news, but because we are very near an important setup for the markets. We know that the important news of this week is related to meeting of European Central Bank and the speech of Mr. Mario Draghi. As you can see today, we don't have very important news, at least just consumer confidence in European country. But the most important news are related to the situation of markets. We have to understand that today we have a lot of important factors related to Brexit, to Italy, to USA, the shutdown, Federal Reserve, and trade war. All this mix could be very explosive for the markets if nothing change in the next weeks. In any event, I would like to remember that now we are assisting at some correction in the market. But for this week, I remember that if today we maintain the prices, especially I'm related, of course, to Standard & Poor's, up the minimum of yesterday, we can have another bullish week. But I have to give to you some setup for this week, because in case some support will be lost next day, we can have a stronger reversion in the market. So if we maintain the actual zone of prices in Standard & Poor's, we can confirm the weekly bullish scenario. In any event, I have to recommend to take a lot of care these days, because market now want to assist at the meeting of the Federal Reserve of 29-30 of January, so the next Wednesday, to understand which is the activity of Federal Reserve this year, because as you know, Powell used dovish aptitude to speak about the possibility to stop the rate hike. It's something very strange. We have the great problem of shutdown. The best part of states employed don't receive their salary from end of December. It's very complicated situation. Same time, traders use the COT report they don't receive this weekly report, that they cannot have a good view of the market. In the same time, we have failing a lot of macroeconomic USA data. So now I would like to start with Standard & Poor to understand which is the situation, the technical situation, which is the support and the resistance of smart money for today and of course for the rest of the week. I would like to remember that I strongly recommend to open buy position if the price break the last week this level of 625. As you can appreciate, we have a great uptrend this Friday, and we have touched the zone, a new zone of 679. So we have reached at least our resistance zone of the last smart money zone here, and the price start of course a correction. We can see for now this like a moment where the trade and institutional take profit. We also remember that the price going up from the 26th of December, and of course it's normal to assist something like this to maintain this correction like a pullback. I strongly recommend to take a look what's happened today and the rest of week, because if the price going below the psychological zone of 597, we can denegate the actually bullish scenario. But of course we are speaking of bullish scenario in short term, because in long term the trend remain bearish. So in this case, we can assist a new acceleration, and the price could touch this week the zone of 575. This is a very important zone, because in case the price going below this level, we can start a reversion and start a new downtrend. In any event, if today maintain the zone and the price recover the maximum of yesterday, I speak about this very, very important level, 653, we can have a new uptrend, which is the target of this final target, for at least for this week of this uptrend. I think that in case we break the maximum, we can touch the zone between 702 and 718. This is a very, very important resistance, because up this level we can open a new uptrend and try to start to touch the zone of 2000 and 800 to try to have a long a reversal for a longer term. So for now, we have blocked in this zone, and I strongly recommend to maintain a lot of care, because the traders, the market wait the meeting of Fed of next week. At the same time, I would like to just to give you some indication for Dow Jones and the Nasdaq, because here the zone is more strictly, and I strongly recommend to try some buy entry only the price, only if the price break this last resistance. In any event, we are blocked in this zone, and below the zone of 24,000, we can start a downtrend and have a bearish acceleration at least until the zone of 23,700, 800. The Nasdaq is the same. We are in important, very, very density with density range, because here we have a lot of presence of smart money. You can understand that in case the price could break this level, we can have a stronger bullish acceleration. At the same time, I recommend to maintain the bullish view until the price remain up of this level in 6,615. In this range, you can understand how it could be difficult. But for now, the most important is to understand if the price remain in this zone to leave new bullish possibility. Now, I would like to speak about the DAX. I would like to start with the indexes today because we have a very nice situation. First one, I would like to show just a thing in the daily chart because the price closed this gap of 6th of December, the last December, and going down. Now it's logical to understand if the price could go up or has a strongest um, correction, but I recommend to take a look in if the price today and tomorrow could remain up this level of 11,138. In case the price remain up at this level, we have the possibility of new uptrend. Until the price remain below this level, the trend remain in a phase of correction, and we could touch the zone of at least 915, 917, and in extension between 800, 850. We can appraise it better, the situation, if I'm going in 50-minute chart. I have prepared the smart money zone. The price remain a block in this situation after the great uptrend of Friday, and it's very important that today we don't lose this zone, because in this case we can have a bearish acceleration up this zone. We have this level of 100, 103 and 127, because we, in case the price break this level with strong acceleration, we can have at least 30-40 points of gain. This is the maximum of ASEAN session. So my idea is to try along if the price break, because we have this break this level. We try we put a stop of 30 points is sufficient, and we try to reach at least this zone. And in extension, I would like to try to reach this very important level. I just remember that if the daily high was blocked the price, we can assist a new correction. In this case, I strongly recommend to try some short entry only if the price going below this level, because this morning, this level was blocked from smart money. In case the price return in this level and break it, we can have a stronger bearish acceleration. In this case, we put a sell stop here. Stop, of course, 30 point is sufficient, and we try to reach this zone. In any event, I would like to remember, as always, that the point indicated to enter in breakout, you can use this for reversal if the price come here, and you can assist a sort of climax or a very fast reversal. It's not a simple day today because it's very we have a low presence of smart money and low volatility, so we need to maintain a lot of patience. Of course, I recommend to wait the American session to understand if we have more volatility. And now I would like to speak about pound, because the Brexit is very important data and political event to follow, because we know that the Prime Minister may remain in government but try to arrange a new deal with the Parliament to finish this telenovela. So in this moment we have a sort of risk of trading activity, because we have a typical situation where we buy on the news and sell on the rumors. In this case, I think that we have the possibility to going up, or trader would like to anticipate the possibility to a good finish of Brexit. In an event, we May has a lot of possibility, like to wait the European election in May to postpone this problem. But the most important is the technical level where we are in this moment, because until the price remain up to 1.29, we maintain the bullish aptitude, and we can understand the presence of buyers. In case we have the breakout of this level 1.30, here we have a stronger smart money presence, this sort of block. But up 130, we can have a sort of acceleration. I would like to reach at least this zone in case the price break our smart money level here in 1.30. In any event, I suggest to open sell position only below 1.28, because the main driver of pound remained the Brexit, and we have this uptrend due to the problem connected with the USA government, with shutdown, and the dovish Fed help to maintain a weak dollars. So we can explain more why the pound going up. So we're going to take a look of euro dollar today, because the investor and the trader investor waiting update from meeting of European Central Bank. I think that the bad German data of last day, the Italy situation, and a global European economic slowdown can offer more bearish pressure for for euro. In this case, I just remember very few points, but very important point for tomorrow. Below this level, we can have a bearish acceleration, but in any event, below 1292, we can start a new downtrend. In this case, we can assist a sort of acceleration, because here we have a buy climax that open at this possibility. But until the price remain below this level, it's very difficult to maintain a position for for like a swing for more of week, 1 week. So my idea that Mario Draghi could be more dovish and put the possibility to postpone the tapering in the next autumn. It's very difficult that Mario Draghi do this, because he left from he will leave from this position of president next September. So we are in a moment of confusion, and I would like to recommend to wait to see, to follow the speech of Mario Draghi, to understand which is the effect on the euro. In an event, for long position, I suggest to try something only if the price going below, be up, sorry, 1.1353. Now, I would like to speak about just a moment for dollar yen, because the situation remain at favor of dollar. We can assist a sort of the dollar in these days try to recover position, and we maintain the position of 109 until the price remain in this zone. You cannot find short position that you can start only if the price going below this level of 108.32. In this moment, the dollar yen weighted what will happen with the Federal Reserve. So in this case, I strongly recommend to wait at least some acceleration or some volatility to open position. We have to understand that it's very important that the price going up, because you know the correlation with the American index. If the dollar yen going up, this is a sign of strength in Standard & Poor. If the yen is like a recover instrument, going up, in this case, we can assist a very strong downtrend. You can appraise it, this correlation, if you see when the market start a good uptrend, when after the flash crash, pricing going up. Now, just to take a look at just here, I would like to take a look what happened with the pound yen, because I strongly recommend last week to take a look at this level of 140 and start a new downtrend. The price going up of 200 simple moving average, and we touch the first target here in 1.32. Now we have a great possibility to touch the another resistance here in 133, and the trend remain bullish. Depend, of course, of what happened with Brexit. Just to take a look at Australian dollar and Canadian dollar, because here we have a sort of distribution, but this reversal could give us more more spaces, because if the price remain here, it's difficult, but in case the price going up of this level 0.7191, we can try to reach our buy target here in 0.7270. For now, it all depends on what will happen with the Fed and the rate cut in Australian Central Bank. Below 0.7081, we try to some sell entry and try to reach at least the high part of the last flash crash here in 0.7185. For Canadian dollar here, we have of course a sort of pullback, but now it's complicated to have a good entry. I suggest to wait at least this level to have at least a new trend and more acceleration. Below 1.3177, we can have a new downtrend, a new bearish acceleration. I finish with oil and gold. We suggest the possibility to have a more bullish acceleration. We have the break of this zone of $52, and we have reached the first target here in 53.81. Now it's very important to break this level to have more power. We have to understand that the oil going up due to the OPEC cut, OPEC production cut, sorry, and you know that China and USA speaking about to arrange the problem of trade war. If all going, we hope we are going all good. We have the great possibility to have a stronger uptrend and try to reach at least this zone. I also remember that up $50-80, we have a great possibility to have a reversal of this bearish trend and start a new uptrend. For short, I strongly recommend to try something only if the price going below $50. I finish with gold because the little strength of USA dollar give this sort of correction, but I remember that if the price going below this zone is difficult to reach more target like 268 and in extension 257. I strongly recommend to try some buy position only if the price going up 295. In this case, we can assist at least a sell-off in the market. I finish for today. It is a pleasure to stay with us. I see you on the next Wednesday, and I decide for all of you a great week of trading. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your comprehensive analysis, Giancarlo. Thanks to the audience for listening. I hope you enjoyed today's webinar. If you did enjoy it and would like to review it, you can do so anytime. Just give us an hour or so to upload it onto YouTube. I wish everyone a good day ahead. Goodbye.